Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I'm welcoming my Libra friends and Spirit in for your reading for October 21st through the 27th. We'll start off the reading by talking about the astrological weather, and then we'll jump into your cards. First of all, the big thing happening this week, the first big thing happening this week, that is the new moon in your sign of Libra. Today, on the 21st, it is squaring Jupiter and Pluto, which are both in opposition with one another. This will provide an opportunity for a fresh start in your relationships and how you express yourself. You may examine your partnerships and feel like decisions about their feasibility and go forward potential need to be made. This isn't a dynamic of sudden relationship changes or departures. It's more like redefining expectations, roles, and boundaries. A lot of this will be in your own mind and may not even be communicated out loud, but you may find yourself making more reasonable and balanced mental evaluations about your relationships. And you'll be doing that internally. On a larger scale, this new moon may coincide with a realignment of partnerships worldwide. The chaos kings of the world, and we all know who those people are, may find themselves with a little less support thanks to your sign's emphasis on harmony and balance. Less than 24 hours after the new moon, Neptune retrogrades back into Pisces. Hidden motives may surface, but the whole story is likely to remain cloudy, murky, and mysterious for a while. Some of the webs of deception spun during the last 12 years of Neptune and Pisces may start to unravel and untangle. This could be a rude awakening for people who've been blindly following cults of personality and institutions during this time frame. On the 22nd, the sun enters Scorpio, which will be bringing a massive domination of water energy to the skies. Jupiter's in Cancer. The sun, moon, Mars, and Mercury are all in Scorpio, and Neptune and Saturn will be in Pisces. For those with strong water placements in their natal chart, this will feel natural and you'll feel perfectly comfortable and at home. But for others, it may feel heavy and emotionally depleting. Deep feelings will guide our actions under this concentration of water. On October 25th, Mars opposes Uranus in Gemini, which will trigger some hasty decisions and rash behavior, and combine it also with a desire to avoid accountability. Hopefully, the flow of minor and grand trines that will be happening this week will also provide a calming effect and diminish any lasting impacts from any of that energy. So let's go ahead and jump into the cards. But first, if you are a subscriber, I want to just thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you being a part of my community. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider it. I am trying to attract my people to me and to my channel. I don't want just any subscribers. I want people that are interested in this kind of content and who want to interact with this kind of content. I am trying to get to my first 100 subscribers, and once I do, then I'm going to celebrate by giving one of them a free tarot reading, and it could be you. In order to qualify, you just need to comment on one of my videos or make sure that your subscription list is public. I just need to know that you're here one way or another. And if I know you're here, then you will be automatically entered for that reading. I am getting closer, but I still have a little ways to go. So any help that you provide will be appreciated. Anytime you click like on the videos, you comment, you share them, or watch all the way to the end, all of that helps the algorithm. And so I appreciate you doing that, because that will, when the algorithm starts seeing that people are interacting with my videos, then it will send them out to more people who are interested in this type of content. So once again, thank you. And now let's just jump into the cards. Okay, here we go. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way here. Alrighty. And we're going to start off with a couple of oracle cards. I have These are our catalyst cards, just sort of to jump us off into our reading. And the first one is going to be an animal spirit card. And you get the bee spirit. Sweet results await. This is your animal spirit card for the week. And the message on this one, it's a number 7 card. And the main message on this is about connection and being part of a community. Sweet rewards are on the way if you're willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Bee spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Spirit is always producing honey, miracles, and magic everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, you're vibrating at a higher intensity and in harmony with all. Bee spirit asks that your focus be on connectivity, and your body, your heart, your soul, and your psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you self-forget, when you remember that you're part of a greater unified consciousness. So that is the message of Bee spirit. I love that. Okay, and then we will have a oracle from the Hidden Worlds. And this card that you get is the Crystal Path. This is mineral spirits, crystal beings, and let's see what the message is on this card. This is a number 14 card. It's funny, you got a 7, then times 2 is 14. The 14, the Crystal Path, says that, hold that up a little bit. There are crystals that connect and communicate. Both of those within the earth and those which lie in their stores and in our homes are part of the greater crystal community. And even while they may be far from our birthplace, they are often called into meetings with origin crystals, which transfer more of their gifts to each of the crystals related to them. In this way, you're part of a soul family where even when you may not be physically present, you're called in to commune and soak up the energies necessary for your soul on its journey. Each of us is part of a soul group and family, and when we connect with crystals, we too are becoming a part of their soul family, and they become a part of ours, and our paths for a time intertwine and weave about. You're being called into the master class for the soul soon. When you are there, there will be crystals present, charging you with the energy of the crystalline energies that are both of this world and galactic and universal. The crystal path is cared for by those who understand the mineral magic of the earth and know that it connects us to other worlds, other planets, and other times and places and beings. The crystal path is opening up before you, and the deepest lessons of these sentient mineral beings is yours to explore now. So, this deck is all about the different ways that spirit communicates with us. And in this particular card, it's talking about communicating with us through crystals. And so if you have any lucky crystals, then this might be a good time for you to spend a little bit of time with them. And then the synchronicity between these two cards, just talking about that connection, the interconnectedness of beings and parts of the earth and the souls around us. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's do your tarot cards now. And I don't remember if I already mentioned this, but I already cleansed, prayed over, and shuffled these decks. And so I'm ready to throw the cards. I just wanted to make these videos a little bit shorter in order to, just to shave a little bit of time off for them. The Scorpio one was super long. At the center of your reading, we're going to do a Celtic cross reading. At the center of your reading, we get the 5 of Winter Cups. So the 5 of Cups talks about feeling disappointed about the loss of something. And in this particular card, she's, mourning this wine that is spilled here. And in the Rider-Waite deck, the story is that the guy is mourning his the fact that he has lost his taste for his wine. He no longer enjoys it, and he's sad about that. And he doesn't realize that if he turns around, just looks on the other side of himself, there's 2 glasses of something else that's even better for him. And then that leads to this bridge over this river, and then this castle that will be his. So, great things await if you just turn and look around. Even in your disappointment, there may be something even better for you right behind you. Okay, so then your crossing energy that you get is ascending into spring. So this is the same as the judgment card. Sorry, the world card. This is the ending of something and the beginning of something new. All endings come with new beginnings. And so you are embarking on this new beginning, but you have a moment to pause. In between those endings and beginnings, there's always an opportunity to pause and reflect and think about what you've learned from the past and what you're going to carry with you into the future. The energy that you were coming from, your most recent past, is the 3 of Winter Swords. So this carries on this theme of this little bit of heartbreak here. The 3 of Swords is typically a card of grief and betrayal. That's what it is traditionally, how it's traditionally interpreted. But there are a couple of other interpretations. One of them, the sword suit represents, the swords represent words, thoughts, and ideas. So this can mean that you are coming from this energy where you are putting your thoughts and your ideas above your heart and your emotions. The other interpretation is that you are using your own thoughts, words, and ideas to hurt your heart. And so that's like a lot of negative self-talk. Only you'll know which interpretation fits most appropriately for you, but that is the energy from the most recent past. The energy you're moving into in the immediate future is the 2 of Winter Swords. Now, the 2 of Swords is, sometimes it is described as a stalemate and kind of a refusal to make a decision. It's when a decision needs to be made and the person is just not wanting to make it. They're refusing to make it. And I recently learned of a new interpretation of it that I like better, and that I'm going to explain to you. That's what it looks like in the Rider-Waite deck. But it can also mean a purposeful retreat. This is a protective stance of crossing yourself with the swords. Let me get back to that image here. This person is, they've blindfolded themselves so that they can, they're not distracted by the things that are around them in the world. And they're holding their swords as a kind of a symbol, a cross for protection, saying, leave me alone. I'm meditating. And they don't intend to hurt anybody with these swords, but it's a warning to everybody around. Leave me alone. And they're meditating and they're thinking and they're trying to figure out what their next step is. One of the other things to consider on this card is that there are 2 islands here, and there's the idea that she is choosing between this one or that one. But there's also this one back here. And the moon, the illumination of the moon, the inspiration is right there. So this meditative state is going to lead to intuition and insight. So I kind of like that. That you can take that how it resonates. Now, the next card is going to be your destiny or your aim or your goal for this week. And that is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a queen of insight, intellect, She's rational, she's logical, she's an air sign like you, Libra. She is going to do the right thing. She knows things. She suffers no bullshit. She sees everything. She doesn't miss a single thing. And that is the energy that is your goal. What you're moving into, what you don't see coming is death. You get the death card. Now, this obviously, it does not necessarily mean an actual death. It almost never means an actual death. What it means is significant change. It means, just like this card right here, the ending of a cycle and the beginning of something new. So you're definitely getting that energy coming through in the cards. And your energy for the week is the winter wheel. More change. Definitely change. Change is afoot. The signs are very significant. You've gotten 3 major arcana cards that signify change. And, and then you've got this card that signifies choice. And so you definitely have some change in your wheelhouse this week. So this is the same thing as a Wheel of Fortune. So things are moving in your favor. Considering you're moving from this disappointment and this heartbreak, and moving, I would say that if the wheel is turning, then it's definitely turning in your favor at this time. So you need to seize that energy while you have it. The energy around you is the star. So as you traverse this wheel and move along on this wheel, you're moving into this star energy, and the star energy is wishes granted and hopes fulfilled. So it's a card of faith and in belief that that things are as they should be. Your hopes and fears for this card. My goodness, you have so many major arcana cards. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. Yeah, and you get another one. You get the Hanged Man for your hopes and fears here. So you both hope for and fear this. The Hanged Man is an opportunity to see things from a new perspective. It's an opportunity to pause, reflect, and look at things in a way that you maybe haven't looked at them before. That is what is signified by hanging upside down. It's, maybe you're going to see something that you wouldn't have noticed if you were looking at it right side up. And then the final outcome for the week, we get the Magician. I mean, what an amazing card. The Magician is the ultimate manifester and creator. The Magician loves nothing more than to retreat to their lab and use all of the tools at their disposal to create exactly what it is that they want. They want to be left alone. This card right here signifies a desire to be left alone, and this card has this desire to be left alone. So you might have this week where you get to have a little bit of time to retreat and reflect and, ponder on things and figure out what's next for you. But whatever it is, you have the opportunity to create whatever it is that you want. You're being given a green light from the universe with this card. I love it. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards for the week, and I'll move the camera over here to finish that out. We've got 4 oracle cards here to close us out. All right. The first one is from the Grief, Grace, and Harmony deck. A little bit crooked here. Hold on. And you get a Grace card, and this is perfect. Recognize signs to prioritize yourself. Grace is sending signs about prioritizing yourself now. You might be a natural giver or have many responsibilities, yet this card is an indicator that you need to prioritize yourself more, possibly more than you're used to. Let grace show you how. Prioritize adrenal health, rebalance, resist burnout, and rebuild healthy boundaries. That resonates so much with, this Two of Swords, the Magician, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Swords. That fits. Okay, and then the next card is from the Beyond Lemuria deck, and you get Fire card. This is a 15 card. The Grace card was a 31 card. And this one, the message on this is, let's find the right deck, book. 15. You might need this fire energy to balance out all of that water that's happening in the skies. This is about duality, creation, the rising phoenix, bringing conflict into harmony, intensity, transformation, and the incredibleness of being alive, coalescence, and infinite energy. That is that creative fire. That's the Magician right there. So that's amazing. I love that. Okay, and then the next card is called the Echoes of the Soul, and you get the Red Room Reverie. Ooh, this is also a number 15 card, and this seems to show this woman who is by herself. Let's see what the book says about it. Yeah, reflection, self-awareness, inner truth, and emotional exploration. This card is calling you to reflect on the parts of your life that feel restless or unfulfilled. The red room symbolizes a space of introspection where you can uncover your dreams that you may have buried under practicality or fear. So all of that, you have that time to reflect while you're having a little bit of alone time this week. So sounds nice. I love it. Then the final card that we have is from the Wisdom of the Raven deck, and you get resilience. Resilience is, something that all of us need, and I think is definitely being spoken to in this, this Three of Swords that you had, the Five of Cups that you had, your need for resilience to overcome that. That resilience and that ascension into spring, your changing fortunes, and then having that Hanged Man and Magician energy. I think those are going to bring in that resilience that you need at this time. So looks like a wonderful week of reflection ahead for you, Libra, and I thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.